Good morning, students. This is the video of class 7 subject science. In the previous video, you have seen that how the plants were synthesizing the protein. That means the pulses, mainly the pulses, just like rhizobium, the bacteria are helping just to fix the nitrogen, and from that nitrogen, they are just producing the protein. So we have seen that we have also seen the importance of photosynthesis, and we have solved at the last the true and false. That is, you can see this yellow color part. So we have solved this one. So today we will read the new topic, that is the heterotrophic mode of nutrition. Now what is hetero, what is this one? If we describe this one heterotrophic, so hetero means depend, on other for food. That means heterotrophic means the one who cannot prepare their food and they just depend on other organism for the food. They are known as heterotrophic mode of nutrition. So let's see what is written in the book. So here comes the mode of nutrition in which an organism cannot manufacture its food and has to depend on other source of to obtain the food is called heterotrophic nutrition. That whatever I have told you, that means the one who is non-green, that means they are not green in color and they cannot prepare their food, is known as heterotrophic mode of nutrition. So some plants do not contain chlorophyll. So why somebody will be non-green? So if we are telling that somebody is non-green, that means they are not having the chlorophyll. So chlorophyll is the only one which provides the pigment that is green in color. They cannot prepare food for themselves. They depend directly or indirectly on green plants for the nutrition. So why it is telling directly or indirectly? Just like imagine this is a grass. So grass will be eaten by goat or some other animals by the rabbit. But if we are present over here or one lion is present over here, so how they will get the food? We are not going to eat the that thing. So maybe the one who will eat this one, we will eat this one. That means that organism. So indirectly we are depending on plants and somebody is directly dependent directly on the plants. So we all are the heterotrophs. So heterotrophs is divided into four categories according to their food requirement. So here is parasitic, insectivorous, saprophytic and symbiotic plant. See here, parasitic means the one who just feed on other organism but they harm the other organism. So they are called parasitic. Just like if there are two friends, so if one friend is just getting some profit from the other friend, but the other friend is just losing something, so they are just like the parasites. Insectivorous. Insectivorous, that means the one who feed on the insect is known as the insectivorous. Here the saprophytic plant. Saprophytic means the one who just make mutual friendship. So they are called, sorry, that is the symbiotic. Saprophytic means the one who just feed on the dead and decaying organism. They are called the saprophytic. So in detail we are going to read in the next part. And in the symbiotic they makes a mutual friendship. That means from those who will get the benefit, they just make friendship with them. So let's start with the parasitic plant. So here we are reading about the plants, so everything will be, we will talk about the plants, not about the animals. So for the example I will just give you the examples of animals, but that means in the point, if we see according to your book, we have to see the plants part. An organism which live in on another organism and derives its food from its called parasitic. That means, see what I have told you, the example of two friends. If there are two friends and somebody is getting loss and somebody is getting profit, that means here is one friend, here is another friend. If he is getting profit, he is getting loss. That means he is harming him and he is getting the profit, but he is just having a loss. So this one is called the parasites and this one is called the host. So what happens in the case of plant or any organism, the parasites enter into the body of the host. That means just like in the case of malaria, the mosquito bites and just they flew away. So what happens, the mosquito cell entered into our body, just like here if a mosquito bites, so that cell will enter here and they will start reproducing and they will start getting the food from our own body, and after that they will just burst themselves and they will harm us. So this is known as the parasites and we are the hosts for them. So in parasitic relationship only the parasite gets benefit. So I have already told you that only the one will get benefit and one will get the loss. The host plant is deprived of nutrient, that will they just get a very less nutrient. So parasites are of two types, the total parasite and the partial parasite. So let's see what is the total parasite, what is the partial parasite. So total parasite, that means the parasites which is totally depend on the other plant for the food is known as total parasites. That means they are having the spikes like that, nochila. So they will just pierce themselves in the host cell and they will just eat everything. That means the whatever food they are making, that parasite, they will eat all the things. This is called the total parasites. The partial parasite, a plant which is capable of making its own food but derives water, minerals and some nutrient from the host plant is called partial parasite. Now so here partial parasite, that means the one who just make their own food, they are, that means they are capable of making their food but they are not getting the water, minerals and some kind of nutrients. So what they do, they just feed on the other plants. So that means they are just partial parasite, that means they are half parasite for some kind of thing, some kind of just like water, minerals and some nutrients, they are just relying on the host. So they are called partial parasites. So here you can see one diagram is there, mistolate. So you can see it's a partial parasite. So this one, they are getting the food but they are not getting the water and the some nutrients. So it has a green leaves and produces its own food through photosynthesis. However, it derives water and minerals from the host tree. Though they take away the nutrition from the host, parasitic plant rarely kill the host. They keep on growing on the host for a long time. So in the case of partial parasite, that means in a very rare case they will kill the host, but in the full parasite there is a 99% chance that they will just kill the host. So we have completed the parasite part. Let's see the other part. So here we are having the saprophytic plant. So what I have told you all about the saprophytic, that means the one who just feed on the dead and decaying plants is known as the saprophytic. So let's see what is written in the book. An organism which feed on dead and decaying plant and animal matter is called saprophyte. So what I have told, the one who will feed on dead and decaying plant is known as the saprophytic plant. Just like you can see the mushrooms. So mushrooms are the saprophyte, that means they feed on the dead and the decaying organisms. Saprophytic plants grow in a place with lot of rotting leaves, often in the dark areas in the tropical forest. That means if there is no sunlight, so in the absence of sunlight mostly they grow this. That means they know, that means they don't need any sunlight or any chlorophyll, but they just depend on the dead and decaying plants for the nutrition. So most saprophyte plant do not have leaves, so this is also one of the most important thing. That means they don't have a leaf. So when they will not have don't have a leaf, they don't have chlorophyll. If they don't have the chlorophyll, that means they can't prepare their own food. Mushrooms, molds, some type of fungi and bacteria are the most common saprophytes. So mushroom and the molds are the most common saprophytes. The saprophytic plant first release digestive juices which act on the dead and the decaying matter. These juices convert the decaying matter into simple sugar easy to absorb, which are absorbed by the saprophyte. That means they releases some kind of enzymes, or we can say some kind of digestive juices that just make that food, that make that dead and decaying matters, means in a easy form. Just like, what is the simplest form? Simplest form is the sugar. So they just convert it into easy form and just absorb it. The mode of nutrition in which organism take in nutrient in a solution from dead and decaying matter is called saprophytic nutrition. So this is called the saprophytic nutrition. So we have completed this part only. In the other next part we will see the other